Sword Beach is the easternmost beach of the 5 landing areas of the Normandy invasion, and 29,000 men landed there on D-Day itself. It's approximately 9 miles from Caen, and the plan had been to take Caen within days. But the Allied forces, British, French and Canadian, met fierce opposition from German troops, and Caen was not liberated until the 19th of July. Sword Beach has a special place in Stockport veterans' pilgrimage, since it was on Sword Beach that one of their own, a Stockport man, was fatally wounded on June the 6th. John McHugh was a Royal Engineer tasked with clearing the beach of mines when his lorry was blown up, and he died the following day, leaving a young wife pregnant with their second child to receive the fatal telegram. His brother Jim was serving in the Royal Navy just offshore, and on every visit to Normandy, respects are paid at John's grave in Hermanville War Cemetery. In the years before he died, Jim led remembrance, and this year, the baby born weeks after John's death, also called John in memory of his father, will be with our group and leading the remembrance. Another soldier landing on Sword Beach on June the 6th, this time safely, was Alfred Barlow, whose role as reconnaissance was one of stealth and observation. He and others were not required to engage with the enemy, but to report back the numbers of men, transport and type, and the direction of travel of the enemy. In this clip, Alfred captures the moment in time as he waited to disembark.
We were all waiting in the dark hold of the tank landing craft for the word go. We didn't know exactly where we were. We'd heard rumours, of course, but we'd had no definite indication of what we were about to embark on. And when the word came through, the ramp dropped down and we didn't know where we were, but except that we knew we were off the coast of France and we were about to invade. It was a very traumatic short period of time, and the ramp went down and my vehicle was the first off the tank landing craft, and we headed straight for the shore at Luc-sur-Mer in France, in Normandy. The sea there is a very shallow slope, so we dropped into the sea about 300 yards from the shore, and it only came up to the wheels on the TLC.
Bill Ward, Royal Artillery, landed 4 days after D-Day, and his account gives a clear indication of how organised those landing beaches were, even at this early stage in the campaign.
We landed in shallow water, no problem whatsoever. And by that time, of course, the beach itself was cleared. The beachmaster waved us through around the different obstacles, and the beachmasters waved us through the bank, and then we deployed. The guns deployed into different places, ready for any aircraft that might come over. We lagered nearby, and from there we were taught, or we learned how to go and collect any rations that we could get from a designated point, and then take that around to the different detachments. There were 6 detachments of guns, and they had to be fed and kitted out, ammunition and so on. And that was our job from headquarters, was to feed these gun troops.
When Stockport veterans visit Normandy, they visit Bayeux War Cemetery, the largest Commonwealth cemetery of the Second World War in France, which contains 4,144 Commonwealth burials of the Second World War, 338 of them unidentified. The Bayeux Memorial stands opposite the cemetery, and monument bears the names of more than 1,800 men of the Commonwealth Land Forces who died in the early stages of the campaign and have no known grave. Having taken in the enormity of the loss of life here, it's poignant to travel on to Jerusalem War Cemetery, located between Bayeux and Tilly-sur-Seine. This cemetery, one of the smallest in Normandy, contains just 48 war graves, including 2 army chaplains and the youngest British soldier killed in Normandy, 16-year-old Private Jack Banks of the Durham Light Infantry. He ran away from home to enlist and died on the 21st of July 1944.